This is Aliyah Rishon for Pinchas. So we have something unusual here. Pinchas is referred to as Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aharon. That's Pinchas, the son of Elazar, the son of Aharon. What's unusual about this is usually when someone refers to you, they may refer to you and say, this is the son or daughter of so-and-so. They usually don't mention your grandparent's name, but here we have the grandfather's name mentioned as well. So the Talmud raises the question of why does it mention not only his father's name, but his grandfather's name as well? And it goes on to explain that Bnei Yisrael was angry at Pinchas for killing Zimri because they said, how dare Pinchas kill Zimri, who was a Nasi, a prince of the tribe of Shimon. He was an exalted person, Zimri. And Pinchas, who does he come from? His father is Elazar, but Elazar married a daughter of Yitro, and Yitro is also referred to as Putiel, which denotes that he was an idolater as a younger man. So the people are saying, we have somebody whose grandfather is an idolater, and yet he had the nerve to kill a prince of Israel. So this comes along to remind us that, okay, one of his grandparents, Yitro, at one point may have been an idolater, but his other grandparent here, who's Aharon, Aaron, not only is Aaron the high priest, but he's also the Rodef Shalom, a pursuer of peace as well. So even though Pinchas had to kill Zimri, he did it for the sake of Shalom, for the sake of peace. After all, a plague was devouring Bnei Yisrael because of the Zimri's sin and the sin of the other members of Bnei Yisrael, their act of idolatry. So Pinchas, by killing Zimri, saved many lives by stopping the plague. So his act was an act of peace, and therefore he's given a Brit Shalom, the covenant of peace, and made a Kohen, just like his grandfather, Aharon. Now, we can take it one step further and say, Pinchas actually did a tikkun for Aharon, where Aharon failed earlier on. If you remember at the Egel, at the golden calf, Aharon did not take a principled stand against building the calf. And because of that, we have a whole horrendous incident. 3,000 members of Bnei Yisrael unfortunately had to die because of it. So, though Aharon didn't act when the people wanted to build the Egel, the calf, his grandson, Pinchas, was able to act. Why did Pinchas act where his grandfather failed? Well, I'm going to create my own little modern midrash and give a lot of credit to Aharon here. I think Aharon was able to be honest with himself, with his family, and it's probably a story Pinchas as a grandson heard. Aharon probably said, I really should have been stronger at the Egel, the golden calf. When the people asked me to build the calf, I just should have said, no, I'm not going to let you do it. So because he was honest and admitted his mistake, later on, again, when Bnei Yisrael is sinning, Pinchas is able to stand up, take a principled stand, and say, no, I'm not going to let this go on. I'm going to end this right now, which he did by killing Zimri and saving many members of Bnei Yisrael.